should be live on YouTube's. Let's see how that works, how that looks. There we go. Maybe, maybe not. Looks a little different once you go live. Hey everybody, welcome to the TIVANshow. We're trying to get our camera just right. I don't think that's going to work out too well. But anyhow, hey, welcome out everybody. I hope everything is looking good. I am out here to my shop and I hope that I'm getting good signal. Jojo, what's up? Scott, how y'all doing? Alright, real quick. Update, you guys just saw me put up a video for April 14th. We will be at Knob Creek. I just messaged Hank and to get a hold of Big Daddy Guns so we can get some stuff. Anyhow, down in the description below, very last one down there, there's a company called Side Shot Scope Cam. And what they do is they make a device that you can put on your scope and that you can record your video through your scope and not have any issues. What's up, Ghetto? How you doing, Scott? Going to try to get there this year. Okay, good deal. Brandon, what's up, brother? I'm just going to jump right into it, guys. I've got my HM Defense 5.56 right here. And then here's the deal that we made there last week, so you can put it down and you don't need any more bags to hold up the back of the rifle. You can screw it up, raise it down, and you get your depth of your gun set. Now with this right here, this is a pretty good deal. It's pretty rugged, and what it is, it's a deal that you take and you slide it right here on your scope, and then you slide it right in there, and then you lock it in, and then you put your cell phone right there. What I'm wanting to do is actually do something a little bit different. I actually need to loosen those up just a little bit. Some of you guys have got phones that have one camera on there, and some of you have the newer phones that have two deals on it, and you can't use that style with this. I'm probably going the wrong direction. And I want to be able to get a video up as well and put it on there. There we go. And record. And with this deal right here, you stick it all the way up on there. Whoops. Come on, baby, baby. Slide off. There we go. You put this on right here. And it slides right on your scope, and then you latch it down, and then you would take your cell phone and slide it in right here, and it'll allow you to record, go live, and do whatever, however you want to do it. With my new phone, it's got the dual camera on there, and you really can't look through the mirror and down the scope and show what we're going to do. So, side shot scope cam is a great thing, man. This thing is like rugged. It's made well. But what I want to do is I want to mount a regular camera and put on there and be able to pull the video through it when I'm live streaming at the range and do that. Well, we're going to make a deal to where I can take this and we're going to cut out a piece of plexiglass the same size, and then we're going to mount this to the plexiglass so I can pull audio through or visual through the glass. So, but that is side shot scope cam. You get this mount, you get like 4 or 5 other mounts in with it. So you can put this mount on 4 or 5 different scopes that you got. And all you do is take this off and slide it on this one, or take it off, slide it on the other weapon, or do whatever you want to do. And do that. As you can see, you see right through it. It's just got a reflective glass on there. And I want to pull audio, or pull visual through it. This is my HM Defense 5.56, and I've also got the 308 Avenger. I'm waiting on the new ATN scope that's coming out, the 4K version. That is on my 308. That's all polished up and everything. You can pull the audio and everything through that. This is another option that you've got. So I'm wanting to do that. So we're going to take this and set it down here. And then we're going to take a couple pieces of plexiglass and we're going to mark it out. And then we are going to make another like fake phone and then mount this camera on that. So I thought I'd bring you guys along with it and let you see how I'm doing it. Oh, somebody's trying to call. Oh, it's copyright strike right there. So let me mute that down. So there we go. Cherry's out getting her hair done right now. But we're going to take this and we're going to mark it out, and then we're going to cut it same size, and then we're going to find the hole, and then we're going to drill it out and get it all nice and neat. We're going to round the edges off and get to where I can pull audio. Alright, Trey just sent me a message. So give me a second, let me check, make sure that the wife is alright. She just sent me a message. Headed home still under glue. Yes. Live streaming on YouTube. Alright. So, she's going to stop and get me some super glue. But I appreciate everybody coming hanging out there. Catching some of the names there. Sorry, I couldn't catch them all. But we're going to go ahead and cut this out. If you guys see something and you need it, and you have the opportunity and the tools to do it, make it. You can come up with some neat inventions and maybe make some money. Entrepreneurship is key to success in life, because everything that you see around you, somebody decided to do it and to make some money. Alrighty, let's get busy. Might get a little loud here, but we're going to go ahead and cut these out real quick. I love power tools. Messing around in the shop is always fun. I need to get a little bit more strength structure. Oh, well, we just broke that. I hate plexiglass. This is not the best plexiglass in the world. But as long as I can get it close and we can grind it down, that's all that matters. Alright, we can use that. That will work. I should have just drawn a scribe line on it and just snapped it. It would have probably been better off. I got a little grinder tool here. We can take it and mill it down. We're actually going to need probably 2 or 3 pieces of that. Let's see what we can do here. I thought I had another piece of it. Let's see if we can do that again. We'll make a couple of them, because I actually want it kind of thick. That way I can stack it. Just kind of winging it. Didn't measure anything. or anything like that. I'm just winging it. So let's draw a scribe line. And then we'll just break it as we need it. Hopefully this will work. There we go. Wasn't bad. Almost got the line straight across. So let's get one more line across this one. And then we can make this like too thick. And then, like I said, we can grind it down. There we go. So you draw on scribe lines, you can get a straight cut right with it. So, and then, like I said, we can cut it down and make it all look good and professional and all that. Got me a Dremel tool with a cutting thing here. And what we're going to do is we're going to make it too thick, and then we're going to notch one out so the camera fits into it, and then we'll secure the camera down as well. Since this one's the shorter one, let's go ahead and do that one. We're going to be live tonight, by the way, with some GTA. Exulis is going to be hosting the lobby tonight. So if you guys are wanting to do some GTA, come hang out. We're going to be live right around 10 o'clock. We'll open the lobbies up right around 9:30. And then you can join in and be a part of it as well. Make sure you join the crew. That is the best way to get in. Alright, so let's clean these up a little bit. Gotta love power tools. Oh yeah, we cut right through it. Right through it. Power tools rock. I was looking for a chunk of wood. Let me go grab a piece of wood real quick. Jerry is off getting her hair done tonight. But Cali girl's out there bow wowing. I can hear. Let's go ahead and trim this side off. This way I can grind it down. Sorry if it's a little loud. I'm just faking the funk here. Oh yeah, it's so much better. Cut this right down. Now it don't have to be perfect. We're just doing a little deal. There we go. And we're not going to be seeing through it. So we'll be alright. So if we overlay that one on that one. You got several different options that you can use to make the plexiglass the same thickness. Guys out there just bow wowing. She's like my 45-pound love hound. The neighbors got lads. They might be outside. I'm just using hand tools. So they can make it sing, man. Turn the power up.
space. Alright, we got plenty here.
If you got something, make it. Yeah, it can only help you out. There's better ways to cut, but I'm not looking for perfection. There we go. Don't have to be a straight line or anything like that. As long as we don't have any like sharp corners, or we'll take some of those off. I mean, nobody gets hurt, just plastic. Always wear eye protection, stuff like that. Always like making stuff. Alright. I always like making, eating all kind of crazy stuff. So, alright, so now this will fit right in here and will be close. And we can tighten that down. So we've got our length, and then this right here also slides up. So all we have to do, I can adjust this part up and down as well. It's fully adjustable for any type of cell phone. But like I said, the problem that I was having is that my cell phone has 2 cameras in it, and I wanted to use a regular camera. Now that other one is a Logitech 920. Tighten that up, tighten that up, tighten that up. So now we have the deal right there, and then we'll cut a little hole in there. The Logitech, as you can see, this one got dropped, but the glass is broke, but it's still not impeded the camera. And it's just off to the side. Now, I could take this apart and disassemble it and put it on there, but I really don't want to. There's Tactician 1776. Make sure you guys check him out, subscribe to him. I think he's been playing Fortnite. That's also Kentucky Firearms Network on We the People podcast. So, but anyhow, I could take this apart, and I would like to take that section out. Maybe we'll cut that off and then mount that down. That way I can put it in there and it's not going to impede. I think that's actually metal. That casing part is metal. I don't know how these come apart. We might be able to get it apart. But anyhow, we're going to groove one out, and then we're going to set this one on here as well. It looks like we need to take a little bit more off. And then when we cut this out, this will allow this to sit in there and hold it, so it's stationary. I think I might end up taking it apart. But this will act just like a cell phone. You slide it right on, all that good stuff. And with this will allow me to have an additional zoom. And with the Logitech software, I can do all kind of neat stuff with it. Chroma key, do all that kind of stuff, and I can add it up as a second window in the broadcasting software. So we're going to do that too. I think I am going to try to take that apart and see if that will allow me to do that. But anyhow, it looks like we need to trim this one up just a little bit more, maybe. No, I think we're going to be good. Because I'm going to adhere both of these. Oh, I never thought about that. I bet you that's going to scratch that up. I should have put some tape over it. I never even thought about that. I think we need to put some tape over that so it doesn't scratch up the plastic when we're putting it in there. It did have protective casings on it. Oh yeah, I scratched the dog crap out of it. We might have to go with a new piece. I think we're going to have to. Let me see this other one here. I never even thought about that. You scratch that plastic and you're done. And then you're going to have all kind of scratch marks in it. I didn't even think of that. See, pre-planning does help. I think we're going to be all right there on that one. As long as we're not scratching it, I think we're going to be all right. Let me get a good visual through it. So I think I'm going to go ahead and use this one, and we're going to tape it up. I didn't even think of it. So let's cover our camera area. And then this one here won't matter because it'll sit right on top of it. So we're going to go ahead and remake that piece. I mean, I done scratched the dog crap out of it. Wow, I did. So let me go ahead and put another piece on there. And then we'll go ahead and cut this one out and use this one. Oh man, I messed up big time. So let's go ahead and mark this one out again, and then we'll just trim this one off. No big deal. No big deal. And then that will protect the glass and we don't get any marks on it. So go make a little noise here. And then we'll make another one. Always let the tool work. Don't work the tool. Don't let the tool work you. Now, come on, baby. Oh, I just cracked it. Glass is hot on the hand. Woo, that glass is hot on the hand. Try to get it somewhat straight. Alright, we got her trimmed down, so let's stick it up here. Let's try to get us a real good straight edge. And then we'll be good to go. Let me use this side, it looks a little better. Oh yeah, she's way off. I'll use that as a guideline. Alright. close. That's why it's important to have shop class in schools. I don't know why they took shop class out of school. Stuff like this you can make yourself instead of having to find something or pay somebody else to make it or anything like that. Woo! There we go. There we go. I'll round off the edges here. That way nobody's getting poked in the eyeball. Woo! 10,000 RPMs right there. Alright. Now, there's several different ways when you're using this stuff that you can bond these two together. You can drill holes through it, and you can use like a pop rivet, or since it's plastic, you can use like pipe dope and cement it together. What was the other option that I had come up? You can use like a silicone and put it on there, like you use for like gasket materials and stuff. You can push it on there, and that will also allow you to adhere the material together. Let's see, super glue or anything like that that will work. So, all right, so we've got this piece here in. I should take this apart, but we're going to mark that, and then we're going to figure out how we're going to adhere. Now this has also got speakers in it. I don't need the speakers, I just need the camera. So, but this is a Logitech 920 1080p. Let's see if we can't pop that bad boy apart. Where's my tools? There's a little deal. It's been a while since I've had one of these apart. I don't know if they just snap together or if it's got a piece in there or how they come together. I had one apart before. I'm just wondering if I can't just pop it out of there. But I don't want to break it, and I think that just sits on a pivot. I could just cut it. Don't know yet. Let me see what my options are here. See, I can't. And that doesn't swivel. I broke the other piece to it. I just want the camera part. So I'm wondering. I bet you that's metal too. That part's plastic. Let's see if we can just pop it apart. There's that piece. Oh, it's got a screw on there. So if that's the case, does this have a screw as well? Yes, it does. All right. So let's get out the mini tools. Hashtag mini tools. Let's see if that'll work. Still too big. I might not have a screwdriver that small. That might be a problem here.
This one right here looks like it might work. Yeah. Alright, I don't need the bracket, so I'm not going to save the screws. If I could just get the camera part, that will work for me. And I think this is some type of pop metal because it's got to be somewhat structural strong. Oh, come on. Alright, that looks just like a mold from the plastic. And let's see how that works now. Come on, baby, come apart. Okay. So that piece does have a steel plate for it. Give her some strength. Wow, that's a small screw. Alright. That's down. That's gone. Okay, so that part is plastic. So the center of it was metal. So what I can do is I can actually cut and grind that off. Yeah, I won't have to take it apart. So, we got our trusty tool here. Let's see what we can do. Oh yeah. Woo! Burnt plastic. So if you don't have it, make it. Well, you guys know 3D Machine sponsors us. Well, you guys know 3D Machine sponsors us as well. And they're always making some neat and crazy things. Let's see what we got here. Let's bring over our little box of goody tools. What we got in here? I just saw another little bit fly. There it is. We can use that bit right there, and I think that will accomplish what we're wanting to do. So, we'll take this. We'll lock it. And let's get the other little bit in there, and we'll turn that. Let's get it down a little closer. Bandits out there, bow wow, bow wow, wow, wow. Puppy dog's out. Was running down south all week between Richmond, China Grove, down into Lumberton, North Carolina. All the trees are blooming. It's really gorgeous out down there. Alright, so we got a little bit of a point on this bit. Let's see what we can do here. I think this right here is going to work. There we go. We can take it and just grind that right down, and we will have what we need. Heck yeah! Let's take it down a little more. Tell you what, hot plastic stinks. Go kind of deep on that one and get rid of the whole thing. Oh wow, that looks like that whole thing just popped off. That could be a good thing. big chunk out of it. There we go. That just eliminated that whole thing. Oh, we need to clean that up some. There we go. Heck yeah. Like Jim Carrey said, like a glove. Alright, so there we go. So now we've got our camera. Now we just got to find a way to take it and mount it right there. And then that will give us our camera. Not only that, like I said, this zooms and it's got a good huge zoom in it. Jessica, what's up? How you doing? Harley the Gamer. So, we need to put our deal in here. Actually, I might be able to even put it up a little bit better. And then this here, we're going to adhere to that. So I actually need to take about 1/8 off of that and trim that out some. So let's take that off. Alright, since we got that down, cut down, get rid of all that junk, we need to trim this one up more. So let's get the tools out. Where's my pliers? My pliers, where's my pliers? I always like working on stuff. Growing up, I was always making stuff, working on stuff. You know, didn't have the money to go and buy it, so we made it. Now let's trim this up some. Go slow so we don't rock it, break it. Corners off a little bit. There we go. Alright, so now it will fit flush in there. So all we got to do now is get our camera size and make a slot. Now I was thinking about maybe going 3 thick and cutting 2 of them out so it insets into the device. So let's check this out here real quick, see how far we can go. So this will give me a cool option when we're at the gun range. It looks like I do have another room for a third piece, but I think 2 will be thick enough to where when we set it in there, it will be pretty stationary. Yeah, I think 2 will be good. So, let's get this set up and let's find out exactly where we need to put the camera to be lined up. Now, like I said, this does have a lot of adjustment on it for it. See, like that's I want to set over at least a 1/4 inch or 1/8 of an inch or so, and then sit right in there. Now, if I set the camera this way, when instead of looking at it straight on the camera, it'll be sideways, and I don't want that. So we're going to leave it just like that. And let's go ahead and see what we've got. It looks right on the edge from the camera to the peephole. So I think we're going to be good. We just need to find center now. So let's find the center of it. Like I said, it don't have to be perfect. We're just looking to get close, just enough to hear to it. Alright, so we got to stay inside the black line. And then we're going to mark that in there. Oh, it moved on me. You ding dong. Let's line that back up. I don't know if you guys can hear Cali Girl out there. Bow wowins. Let's go in. Alright. And then let's just go straight across. So we need to notch that out. Oh, my line disappeared. So we need to notch that out. Now, it did break on me earlier, so hopefully we can notch that out without actually breaking the glass. So I think what I'll do is I'll put that down, and then let's see what we got here. Let's hold it down. That way when we're cutting on it, I'm not going to get a lot of vibration. And we can cut it right down. In fact, let's stick it right in the center so we're not on a bind. And that'll give me some strength to notch. In fact, let's put 2 so we're straight. This way we're straight. And we ain't got too much pressure on it. And now we can just cut it out. Now if you look at it, the blades are curved, so it is directional. So cutting it left will dig, and if I try to take it to the other side, it will actually cause a problem. So cutting is from right to left, and not left to right. And you gotta stay right inside the black line. Oh, that's flimsy. Take your time. This way we're not getting any shake. Lot to hog out. Sorry if this is hurting you guys' ears. I don't know what the sound's like. Took a little bit too much out of that one. Yeah, I think we're good right there. Oops. That just took a chunk out. Thanks, Terry Wise, man. I gotta go to the car door shut. I think Terry's home. I gotta heard the car door open. Yeah, Terry's home. So, alright, so now we have it notched out. And let's see what we got here. Alright, so now we've got her notched out. Man, I got this stuff everywhere. Whew. So we've got our piece. And then we can set that right in there. And then we can take the camera and that notch, put it right there, and that'll allow us to move it wherever we want. Now I'm not sure exactly how I want to get the screws. So I don't know if I can screw into that and actually get into any of the camera or wires. I can, let me see if I got some like little thingies here, like little hinges or like little chains. We got some pop rivets, but I don't want it to be shaky. I want it to be solid. So let's see what we got here. Now I do have some silicone. Ooh, that's hard, like all the way up through there. I do have a little bit of JB weld that we can like drill a couple holes in, and then drill a couple holes in there, and then fill the holes in and fill the holes in this, and that will allow it to be somewhat solid. So let's see. That is actually an option that we can use for that. Man, and we got to drill out the hole. You know what? That actually might be better. I didn't even think of that. We don't even have to look through that. I bet you that lens, I bet you I can get that close enough to where that's not even going to be an option. As long as it's straight, that's all we need. In fact, you know what? I think that will be a valid option. So, drilling into this is going to be interesting. I think that'll actually be better. I can just use the lens of the camera on there, so we can adhere that already and put that in there. So let's go ahead and do that. So let's get our stuff set up. We're just going to go ahead and do that. And then once I get that adhered to that, I can backfill it with the GB weld, and that will hold it. So this is an old tube. I'm surprised that it's actually not solid all the way through. Mr. Froman, I know you're watching, sir. Michael Jackson Love Gloves. Daniel, what's up? Let me see if I can bring the chat up here and hold it the whole time. All chat, super chat, hide chat, all chat. There we go. This way I'm not getting silicone all over my hands and all my stuff. So there's Ghetto. What's up? How you doing? I think I saw Cherry in there. Cherry's, I set out lobster tails and crab legs for dinner. So I'll be having lobster and crab legs thanks to the wife, Cherry. Alright, we're going to go ahead and poke this. I have a razor blade knife here. So where did I do it? Alright, let's just grab another one. Well, I had a big thing of them. Here they are. There we go. Brand new. Let's poke a hole. And let's twist the end. There we go. So what I'll do is I'll just use this as an adhesive. We'll put a real light coat. And then we'll use that to attach the two as the connecting piece. Ain't gonna take much. We just need it to hold. Silicone is pretty good, so I think we'll be alright. So let's attach that. And it'll take about a day or two for that to dry and all that. Alright. I know it's going to ruin a whole tube of silicone, but it's old. It's not going to hurt nothing. And then we'll wipe off the corners and all of that. Already getting it everywhere. So, and this stuff will take care of what we need. Now, as a hillbilly trick, and you'll see a lot of guys in the country do it, if you get a hole like in your pants, you can take and mask off a section, you know, of an outline, and they'll take silicone and they'll rub it on their jeans. That way when you're outside and you're in the country and you're down on your knees trying to fix stuff, that silicone is waterproof. It'll keep your pants from getting wet too. So I've seen a lot of guys do that. I've done it growing up, and it'll allow you to keep your pants dry when you're out on the farm and you're trying to work on stuff and you're out there and you don't want to get wet. So this right here. Now, like I said, I could have used the silicone here. I could have used regular pipe dope, or I could have drilled a bunch of little holes and then used like a pop rivet gun and adhered to it. But since it is plastic, when you force the plastic or you put a bind on it, it will break. And I don't want that. So, all right. So we'll put it in place here. So now that we've got that, I'll be able to take that and set it right in there, just like a regular cell phone. As you guys can see, I've got the camera. Now this adjusts up and down. Same with this. You can adjust it up and down, back and forth, straight up and down. And this will allow me to put the camera straight through it, which will allow you to go right through to see through the scope. So it will look like that. So, but this is my old phone. It does have the dual cameras on the back, which gives you problems with your visual. And the same thing with my new phone. It's dual camera because it's got all that panoramic stuff on there. So This is why I am making this. That way I can get it and I can work it out and do it. So, let me get a position before I drill the hole. I want to know where at on the gun that's going to give me the proper movement on that. So let's set that up. And then, there's Jerry. Hi, baby. We're live. We're live on some YouTubes. Live on some YouTubes.
Where's your camera?
Right there.
Ooh.
So.
Here is your super glue.
Oh, okay. Thank you, baby. So, Mwah, Mwah. Oh, your hair looks good. Oh, you left the gray in.
Oh, yeah.
She's got gray hairs. So, now that we've got that on there, this actually has to sit straight. It can't be cocked up or cocked down, because when you're looking through it with the crosshairs at the camera, when you're viewing it, it'll be cocked, and I don't want that. I want it to sit straight. So now that we've got that, I'm going to mark where the line will be in the camera, and we'll set it right in there just like that, and then I can see where the camera's at, and I'll know where to drill the hole. So when we put this and we mount this, it'll be straight just like that. So it'll be kind of cool when we get done with it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You're so smart.
Ooh. So it looks like the camera's going to be right on the edge. I actually didn't want it down that far. So maybe this little locking device, we're really not going to need it that far. And we'll just find out where the camera hole is going to be. And then we'll just drill that hole, because I want it right there. So if I make that flush, that means the camera's going to sit about right there. I don't want it in my face.
In your face.
We might end up taking and notching this and cutting this, and we'll fill it and take the little speakers out. But I don't want to get into the structure of it. It might cause it to be an issue.
The phone, we actually posted a video last year at the range. We had my phone hooked up to TIVAN's gun. Well, it's my gun. Maybe it's TIVAN's gun.
No, it was yours.
And it shakes a little, but that's because the gun shakes. But
Yes.
the phone stays solid with this little clip-on device. So
Right. Where's the little black magic marker? I just had it.
right there.
The little one?
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. So if I take it and I mark where my camera's going to be, which I think is going to be about right there, this will allow me to mark the lens.
We really need to hook it up to something.
Oh, I brought my laptop out so we can hook it up and take a look at it.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to notch that little section right there out, and that will give me the camera, and then if I need to, I can adhere like super glue, like she just bought me, and I can adhere it to there, and that will super glue it to it. So hopefully it will be straight. So alright, let's put that down.
How long are you going to be, Levy?
Till I get this right here done, and then I'm ready for some dinner. I told everybody we had crab legs and lobster for dinner.
Salad. I'm going to go make the salad.
Okay.
Hey, everybody. Hey, Vanessa. Jessica. Your comments come off there kind of cool.
Oh, they switch off. You got to hit the little comment thing right there. I don't know why they don't stay on all the time. There's Vanessa Kitty, Jessica. How?
I'm doing good. Went and got my hair done. I'm ready to relax. My neck is killing me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, from being in the chair.
Yes. That, and then when they put you back to wash your hair, that is the most uncomfortable sink to put your neck on.
Oh, yeah.
And she had to put this stuff in my hair to for it to turn white.
Oh yes,
So
it does look like a little of a gray tintage to it.
Oh yes, yes. Decided to go more gray since I already have gray.
Oh, that's all right, baby. We love you. There's no issues. I got a hug and a booby grind. I got a hug and a booby grind. I got a hug and a booby grind.
How long do you think it would take to boil?
It only takes 15-20 minutes to boil all that and it's done. Just let me finish up here and we'll be ready to go. So it'll take a little bit of time for this plexiglass to hear up, but I think what I'm going to do is drill a couple holes in it, and then I'll drill a couple little pinholes in the side, and I'll use the JB weld to push through, and then that will hold it as well. And then I'll put a little bit right here and right here, and then all I got to do is put some weight on it and let it dry. I need to figure out on my thing here the diameter of the circle, so I can just do this and I can cut that out just like that right there, and then I have enough room for the camera, so we're gonna do that. Alright, we'll put that one in there, we'll put that on this side, and we'll do it just like we did before, and that'll give me some room to hold it. Slap down here on the end. That will allow me to cut that out as well. Oh, I pulled it. I don't know why that pulled that like that, but okay. I think it moved the whole piece. That might be a no-go. It did. It moved the whole piece. As that starts to set up, you know what? Might not even do that. I'll just cut it out freehand. I'll just cut it out freehand. It doesn't matter if I scratch the lens. We're not looking through the lens. So I'll just notch it out just like that right there. I'll do it this way. That way I'm not digging down into it. Alright, let's take that one. We'll put this in. Put that bit, and this will allow me to dig that out. Alright, Mountain Dew time! Woo! We got no crumbs in it. Alright, let's dig it out. Sorry for the noise again here. Alright. This will allow me to dig it out. Woo! Cutting the wrong way here. What we got? So the bit. Let's see how this bit's cutting. So it is the other way. The reflection off of it's goofing with me. Can't see here. Alright. That works. Oh, did I lose power again? Ah, plug's bad. Alright. So it does work better that way. I think it's better to just do this way. They don't have to be perfect. Should use the flat one on there, but make it a little bit more oval. That way if it does slide, we'll be all right. So there we go. Now we've got our hole in, and we can take this, and that gives me plenty of room to have the camera. Now hopefully, I should take the edges off of that. Make it round. There we go. There we go. Alright. And that right there should let me have my camera and be straight. Just so you guys can see. I now have it. All I gotta do is attach that now. I'm not sure exactly how I want to do that just going yet. You know, the only reason I put the second layer is to give it some structural strength, because it is plastic, and if it vibrates inside the mount, I don't want the plastic to break. So, and I wish I had a way that I could take that and be able to adjust that and turn that, but I can do it in the mount itself. So I think we're going to be all right. Now what I can do is take and drill like little poke holes, and drill little poke holes here, and then fill that full of the JB Weld, and that will give me the mount. See, I don't know about these right here on that. But these little cameras are pretty awesome. They will give you some distance, and then with the zoom in and out of this and the zoom in and out of the scope, we should be able to do anything we want. And this will allow me to do all of that. If that's all the way down, which it is, hopefully that silicone will dry up. This will allow me to do whatever I want to do. And hold. I'm just wondering about that. See, I don't know how much room or how much is inside this camera for the actual mechanism. I don't know if there's an electric board right here. I don't want to drill into it. I mean, my other option is to take that and then drill a hole here, here, and here, stick this in there, and then run like a zip tie through it. I mean, that is an option as well. That way it's just tight, and then if I ever need to move it, I can. That might be a better option. Let me see how much room I got in regards to that. And see if there is enough room in there to actually have like a zip tie and be able to do it. Oh man, you know, I'm still wondering if that's too close. See, I don't know how close in and out of the camera it's got to be in that. So that, you know, that's 1/4 inch. I don't know how close the camera's got to be to actually zoom in and out. I don't know. I'm hoping that that's enough that I can do that. And the only other way to do it is actually stick it, boot it up, and try it. I'm wondering if I shouldn't get that closer. I think that's too far. Because on a cell phone, how close is that camera on a cell phone? Let me see. Zoom it up. Oh yeah, that's like, it's like 1/8 of an inch. Oops. That's only like 1/8 of an inch between the camera and the face right there. So I don't know if you guys can see that or not. There's only a little bit of it, like 1/8 of an inch between the camera and it actually hitting it. I'm wondering if I actually have to get the camera closer. And I'll bet you I do. So we will take this and turn it on and find out. It's the only option that I've got. I bet you that's too far. That thing's got some dirt on it. I'm not going to rub them down right here. Is that glass? I don't want to scratch that glass. It's like a mirror style. It's pretty neat how they made this thing. I'm telling you, it's pretty slick. I don't think that's close enough, to be honest with you. I might have to get the camera closer to the mirror in order to get that. I wish there was a way I could tighten that spring up. That pivot on there is just a pain in the butt. I'm not a big fan of that bipod. I think you actually got to get that camera closer. I think you got to get it closer. There we go. Tighten that up. Because it's got to be like pretty much parallel with the barrel in order to keep the crosshairs aligned in the center of the rifle. So, and that's literally, let's see if we got here. this one's good or not. I do have a mic battery. Let me measure it and see what I got here. Come on. Alright, on, and 0. .75. I think this is not going to be close enough. I think this is not close enough. Because I gotta also adjust for the thickness of that as well. Six 6.38. Wow, that's a huge difference. I'm wondering if I got to get that closer. I think that's gonna. I don't think that's gonna be enough. Come on, pop out there, little ding dong. I always take my batteries out because I don't use them enough to keep the battery in there. I always end up killing the batteries. So I always take the battery out. Definitely not long enough, or not close enough. I might have to do some readjusting and see to find a way that I can get that closer. And we need to let the bottom out too. There we go. Gotta be careful, might break a nail. Can't break a nail. Alright, there's that. It sits in there perfectly. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be close enough. I think it needs to be closer. So, if that's the case, the only other way I've got is I'm going to have to make a deal and drill into this side, this one, and this one, and make like an L bracket to where I can get it closer. So, but anyhow, that's the idea. Well, guys, Cherry's here, and I'm hungry. So make sure you follow me on Instagram. Link is down in the description below, and Facebook and Twitter. I will tweet out the picture on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook of the final deal, and I'll let you know how close that we've got. But like I said, be innovative. If you see something, you can't buy it, make it. It's always a good deal of having the knowledge and being able to do that kind of stuff. So that, and we're going to get ready for the Saturday night live stream with some GTA 5. Exulis is supposed to be hosting. I'm going to call him here in just a couple minutes and find out what the status is. Also, April 7th, 8th, or 9th, I'm not quite sure which day, weather permitting, I will be at the gun range using this device on one day, and then the other day we will have our 308 with our ATN scope, and we're going to do a live stream with some of that stuff and get back up and head out to the range. So, by the way, if you're not a GLA member, Gunners of America, go over there and join
You can go over to Hank Strange's, one of his videos, and go down in the link. You can get it down to $15 and become a member. If you're not a GOA, use Hank's link in that. Also, I'll have the Big Daddy Unlimited link as soon as I can get in there and fill out the affiliate links and everything to give you guys some serious discounts on some items at wholesale prices. So, y'all be cool, be safe. And like I said, if you want to join in tonight, join in on the GTA 5. Y'all be careful, be safe. Peace out. Let's figure out how we can end the live stream. Are you sure you want to stop stream? Yes, thanks. Bye, everybody. Y'all be cool, be safe. See ya.